question. That's good though. It didn't break my save? Oh, that's exciting. That's so exciting. Also, as far as I know, the power is still on. Oh, this is so great. I was worried that we were going to have to start from the beginning. I really didn't want to. Okay, so I know she's got like overweight and shit. Last time I checked, I made her sleep. I gave her stuff. I want to come back to here while the lights are still on. But I have a little bit of a drive to go to. And I don't actually know. I assume this might go straight down to my place maybe, but I don't know. I've never been. Hey, Violet. Man, I haven't fucking said hello to you for ages. Was it road trip in Zomboid? Yeah, basically. I gotta get the car home, preferably in one piece because it's a really nice car. And then, hold on, let me turn up my volume. There we go. Yeah, I want to get it home and then I want to dump out as much as I can, as fast as I can. And then I want to get my ass back up here. Ideally, if I could tow a car home full of stuff, I would. But she's so overweight with everything. The car is so full. I'd rather just try to get it home and try to get it back. So, oh, hold on. What? I don't know if that was the game. Or what then? Look now, go pay attention to the law. What? What? Got to pay attention to the law. What? Because Keylon is lucky law? I don't know. Well, yeah, I don't remember the last time I was here. I've been busy in a good way, luckily though. Yeah, I can't remember, like, I can't pinpoint the exact last time, like, I said hello and stuff. But I'm like, as soon as I said your name, I'm like, oh my god. Like, time hasn't passed. It's fine. That is like one thing with me is like, usually speaking, I don't really notice the passage of time too well. I'm terrible with it. So sometimes I'll be like, you know, that's it. Your avatar did move while your game froze. So it was the game. Okay. Well, we know that the game is still kind of crap in itself. We've optimized it as best we can. So there's not much I could do about the game, unfortunately. I'm also kind of worried about like if I was to move my mouse around and you guys saw it moving fine and it was just going like super slow, then I'd be really worried, you know. But thank you for letting me know that, Keelan, because while stuff happens, especially like when I'm driving in a game, I have to kind of keep focus on like eyes on the road or eyes on whatever my character is up to, because if I don't, I could hit something and stuff. In this case, like, I need to be able to look around and do other stuff too. Like, my microphone reckons it keeps maxing in this. So, also let me know if, like, I guess, well, you guys won't quite know when it's, like, maxing and stuff. But if, like, my voice sounds like it's getting, like, lowered or quieted at certain points of, like, excitement and shit, let me know that. Because I don't want that kind of a fucking whatever the hell it is. I guess like a compressor or something on it. I don't know. I'll fiddle with it if it's doing that because I hate hearing that on people's streams. Was it playing Arknights, Enfield? I'm playing close attention to the lore. Exploring games lore. Overall world story. Oh yeah. Well, that makes sense. If you focus on stuff, go for it. Yeah. Well, I don't think really anything else has really changed since the last time I said hello to you. I multi-stream now. I guess that's a change. And, yeah, not much else. Same life. Slightly different games. Like, I'm not playing 7 Days to Die at the moment because I'm just not feeling it. And stuff like that. So far, your voice stayed at a consistent level. Nice. Cool, because I've set all of the same settings as I had in Streamlabs, and whatever issue I was having with, I gotta turn here. Whatever issue I was having with OBS a couple of years ago, I didn't seem to be having it with it today. OBS, the reason why I never went to streaming with OBS in the beginning, like I said, was it was either outputting like a really stupidly low res version. my internet either couldn't take it, and or like the file size was like massive and shit. Like my streams to download them were just ridiculous to edit them and crap. Alternatively, it would be like really high resolution, but I'd be like 1/4 of the screen. Like you'd see like this top corner of the screen or like the bottom corner or some stupid obscure amount kind of thing. It was so stupid. And yeah, I just couldn't get it to, like with all the same settings, it just wouldn't do the same shit. So I've uninstalled it a few times, I've reinstalled it, I've tried to like wipe it and like redo it. And it seemed like it was the most accepting of it today. So maybe I just had to wait a few years before it was like ready to go, you know? Or maybe it was like a few years before I understood enough about streaming to fix it up. One of the two. What? The other thing too is anybody that's on YouTube hopefully shouldn't be getting any like delay. I know you guys were getting like a 5 to 20 second delay. I think I've found the setting for that. I'm not 100% sure, but now when I see a message and I respond to it... Yes, Phoenix. Whoa, shit, tree. When I see a message and respond to it, it should be either immediate or more immediate than it was before. Because before, like, I would respond to it, but by the time I'd get it and then you'd get my response to it, it was a good few seconds behind. So I think I've resolved that. Also, Phoenix has decided to come in to scream. There is a horde of zombies over there. I'm curious what they've got, but we'll come back to them. But right now, so far we're doing pretty good. I want to take this one home. I'd like to take it back out for its capacity, but honestly, if I could have just found another shoddy little vehicle, like if I could have walked up there before the power went out, I would. But I have got another taxi at home and I'm pretty sure it's basically mint. And I don't know if I could take this one back out and not damage it, I would be willing to do so for its like storage capacity. This has got the biggest storage capacity I've ever seen on a vehicle, even though it's identical to so many others I've had before. So I'm really super interested in that. Fuck off, love. There was a couple of zombies. Oh shit. There was a couple of cars back where we came from. And I could have tried to have towed them, but I do feel like they would have taken more time to have gotten back. So my thought process was like, I filled up the cars that were there. Sorry. I filled up the cars that were there with as much fuel as I could at the petrol station with the view that at least I can get the fuel out of the cars kind of thing if the power goes out. But it also means I've got a couple of good hot wired fueled cars up there too in the event that I need it. My only problem is I don't know how fucking far from home I am, and I'm trying to basically I kind of want to just walk. Hold on. Yeah, no, my avatar's still moving. Its game's frozen. That's fine. I'm glad you mentioned that because now I can like look over and just quickly check that. Fuck off the road, mate. So I checked out that car. We checked out the chickens and they were okay. I think I got rid of the zombies that were near them. Yeah. I'll tell you what. No, I'll wait until we get home. I've got to put my fucking glasses on. I feel like that's like another thing on my list is like this whole past week, probably from the fatigue of the shitty sleeps last week, is I just feel like my eyes are like crap right now. Just super not helpful. It's more fucking zombies. It's super not helpful and my glasses aren't super strong. I need to upgrade them, but that's just another thing on the list, basically. At the moment, I think we've got like a fuck ton of bills. My computer and glasses. That's where I'm at the moment. So, it's fine. I'll get them updated eventually, but I will put them on in a moment because I spent some hours at the computer this afternoon. Like, I don't know, about 4 or 5 hours trying to set up enough of kind of what I had. Also, my YouTube alerts aren't working on this. I also want to look at that van on the way back. I have a question for my fellow streamers. Might be able to answer this one. So I copied over my Twitch sound alerts, like my Twitch alerts, my sound alerts, and my YouTube alerts. But my YouTube alerts are the only thing that's not actually alerting, and I don't know why. So it's working on Streamlabs, but not on OBS, and I don't know why. Hey, Prophet, what are you up to? I'm like testing a different streaming, what do you call it? Streaming software thing, whatever. I don't know what to like refer to these things as. Did I like take a wrong turn here? I did. I went a little bit too far. That's fine. I could literally take it downtown and we could get fuel, but I'm supposed to turn up here. That's where I'm supposed to go. I think that this is all solidly fenced off on the other side. What I should do at some point is I should break the fence. Yeah, I think I'm supposed to come in here at the moment. Alright, well, for the most part, I haven't booped anything with the car so far. And we're almost home, so it's in great condition. And it only took me about an hour and a half drive. So that's super good. So let's chuck you up here. I'll turn you off. And I don't know how much shit I'm carrying, but I'm probably too overweight to do much. I'm going to chuck everything inside. Like I said, I've got containers and stuff. I'll do that later, but at the moment I want to go back out to the school, college, whatever the fuck it is. So house is going to be a drop mess for a while. Also, I stole a nice lamp, so there's that too. Hey, bed, what are you up to? I am testing, what do you call it? Like, what did I call it? This process of elimination testing my computer while I'm streaming for what was happening last night, because my computer basically like almost completely like froze up while I was like streaming. It wasn't the game. As far as I can tell, I don't think it was like the stream, but I'm trying OBS. I've brought in like a heap of stuff. I've set it up as bare bones as I can to do a stream tonight with it, just to see if after an hour and a half or so, if it does the same shit or not. Mind you, it doesn't have the same amount of stuff in it as Streamlabs does actively at the moment. So I won't fully know until like I put everything in, but there's only so much I can actually add in like 5 hours. I have a lot of stuff set up in my scenes and stuff. So yeah, that's basically what I'm up to. Also monitoring a heap of statuses and processes and devices and crap in the background. That's basically what I'm up to. Also testing out like a bunch of what would you call it? A different kind of, not entirely, but like different type of setup kind of thing for stream. So there's that. If I can put that hose in there. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm up to. Also, obviously, exploring Zomboid and stuff. I don't think I have additional... I don't think I have additional water in the fridge. I was thinking maybe... Oh, no, I do. I was thinking maybe I did, but then I was thinking maybe it was one of my other games. Also, the salmon is off. Okay, can I grab the watermelon? I'll just quickly smash that up because I know she can eat that, and I want to eat some of this fresh food while it's fresh. Oh, God. She accidentally moved her. I want to... Maybe I was putting it into the wrong kind of container. You grab it into that one. That doesn't take that long. But, yeah. Basically, we kind of, like, optimized Project Zomboid as best I could about a week or two ago. So it shouldn't have an issue So whatever happened, ooh, I can collect seeds. Do I get food out of this though? Because it'll kind of suck if it just gives me seeds. Maybe? I never got an option to have watermelon seeds. Okay, I didn't get food. But that is interesting. I'll shove that in a cupboard for a moment. Because I have other fresh food. I don't get a seed from that. I'll eat the yogurt. I don't want to keep feeding her too much because she's got the overweight trait now. So I just kind of like got to manage it a little bit. But as far as I could tell, the electricity is on. And since the electricity is on, I want to go back out to where we were as soon as possible, which means getting as much of this out of here as physically possible. And just dumping it on the floor. I want to go through like the school or college, whatever it is, while there is light, because it's a little bit easier. And if I can get the books and then we have like the power outage, so be it. The other thing I wanted to do too was I wanted to make her, if I had VHSs here, while we had the option of power, was to get her to read that. I know I could have got more out of there at a time. Have I got my screwdriver in one of these? Yes. Okay. Then all this is just spare stuff, except for that flashlight. Because I got a shit ton of VHSs. And I had to like watch a shit ton of them too. So that was great. And where's your flashlight? There. I didn't want to put it in the bag, but I guess that's where it's going. Alright. Well, I think she might be driving back into the night. But if the power's still on, that's not a completely no. And she hasn't watched that one, I see. Let me grab the flashlight. Grab that, put that in there too. Or put it in wherever you can fit it at the moment. Because I just don't want to accidentally pick it up. Like, if you grab your weapon out, then we can just put the rest of these on the ground, which was what I was trying to do in the first place, but this is fine. Okay, so now she's got all of her other stuff secured with her. I may have to still grab, like, maybe another bottle of water. Also, I know she's panicking, stressed out and shit. She's not bitten. I don't know what her deal is, and I think it's maybe a blood issue, perhaps. But she is just constantly stressed. I'm not 100% sure why. So, she hasn't been scratched, she hasn't been bitten, but she's just stressed out of her mind. And I don't have like a smoker trait or anything like that. I figure it's the fear of blood. Because like she's got like the tiniest bit of blood on her leg, but I washed her completely at one of the houses, all of her gear. And she was still really stressed out. And we think it might have been like a zombie nearby was maybe making her stressed at that location, but I couldn't confirm it because, yeah, I had to fight zombies immediately, so I couldn't, like, check if it was a later issue. Okay, hold on. I do want to take, if I have empty gas cans, I take all of that. I think I also took some, like, guns and shit as well. I got a hard hat and crap. Have I got a hard hat on? Yeah, I got a white one. Okay, cool. Alright, we've still got a little bit of shit there. And there's more stuff in here. Okay, hold on. Can you fit this in any of your other bags? Because I'll put it into here. And then I'll chuck that stuff inside. Alright, take all that. And then what else was left? There was like a couple of tools. It's basically almost nighttime again. Oh. I could make her sleep on the couch and we could watch a show. There is that. Can you grab that as well? I don't know where that was in the car. I guess passenger seat. All right. And grab whatever else of that you can. This took a little bit longer than I kind of anticipated her taking. She's got one gasoline can left. If I could just make you grab that. wherever you need to hold on to it, that'd be great. They'll get everything out of the car. And I know that it's not super full, but I do think that there was more fuel still in the pumps up there. So if I can get back while the power's still on, that would be great. A worst case scenario, if I had to, she does have a generator up there, and she does have a tank of fuel in the car that I could transfer. She got one VHS thing. I could put this in while we're... Hold on, give me that. We could listen to this. Have I not watched that one? Yeah, hit the play on that. Because that way we can listen to this. I haven't watched Train Bomb. Alright. Well, let's put Train Bomb over here. Okay, it's in the wall. Alright, as long as we can get a little bit of entertainment while I'm here. VHS movie night with Acrylic. I've done a couple of actual like movie nights with like my community and stuff. I have like my annual billathon things coming up again next month, like in I think a fortnight, and I think I've got movie nights listed on that. So I mean, there is potential. It's supposed to be old movies too. I'll be picking, because like last time it was like just a mishmash, and this time it'd be like really old stuff. So yeah, it should be fun. If they get like unlocked, I'm not expecting anything to get unlocked, honestly, but I'll fucking watch the movies myself if they don't get unlocked. So Zomboid floor pile. Oh, I have boxes. It's just that I still have like light on. So I thought like there's no point in me taking the time to carefully put this shit away right now when I could jump back in the car and rush back out. I don't know if I could get water out of this from this direction, but I can. But yeah, if I can get back in the car and we could go back out, like grab a piece of food or something, we should be fine. We should be able to get to the place. I could probably sleep in the car again. And I want to try to loot like a school or a, what is it called? It's maybe a college, perhaps. Oh yeah, the TV, hold on. Let's turn that off so I don't get a zombie break in my window again. That was unideal last time. Yeah, welcome in, Lydia. So, I'm going to take this all the way back where we just came from. Like I said, I've got boxes, so I just haven't put them in yet. I've got a good taxi, but I want to take this. As far as I know, it's completely empty except for the fuel. Just perfect. So, it took like about an hour and a half to drive last time, and I'm hoping we can make it up there before darkness. There was like a few zombies here and there on the road, but if I can find like a good little spot, I don't mind like maybe making her sleep, but I'd almost rather go through the place like straight away. But I've got to be really fucking careful because she's got like, what is your trait? Got weak. Yeah, I gotta be really fucking careful because she's also tired. If I can get her up there, I don't mind having a sleep like right next to the building. Because I have killed a lot of zombies, which by the way, did it keep that kill range? Yeah, it did, okay. I was gonna say, I'm like, last time I killed a shit ton of zombies. When I quit out and came back in, the game wiped half the zombies I killed. And I'm like, this is a very interesting little error thing I've got. I did want to look at that. Hold on. Alright, hang on a second. I gotta look at this car. Because it's not that far away. And I could probably hotwire it, maybe. Sorry. What is your condition? Because you look like you're basically pristine. You're not pristine. And you don't have fuel, but you do have some good bits and pieces. Okay. I'm not as interested. I don't care if I can get into it at the moment. She's got burglar, so I guess worst case scenario, we can get back into it later. As long as she doesn't die, obviously. But yeah, I'm kind of against the clock to get her back up to roughly where we actually slept last week, which was in the car. on the road, but it was still like a good little spot. And I got to be careful because there was like a car. There's like one set of crashed cars along here somewhere, and it's really close to this end somewhere. But once I'm past that one crashed car, there's like none. There's like no others on the road. There are a couple of zombies, but I'm not worried about them. I just don't want to hit them with the car. I like this car. It's nice. It's got a massive boot, and it's got like no other known damage and shit. Okay, they're moving. So I think it's down around like the next spot here. Hold on. My cat's just like ran in the room and like frisky and ran away. Hold on a second. What are you doing? Okay, my cat's sharking underneath my desk. I'm guessing that one of them ran down to the other and then got zoomies and ran off. I don't know. I just saw like, I saw Phoenix come back in here, so I'm guessing he got spooked by Azula, so it's fine. I think it's along here. That's the car. Because I remember stopping in one of these houses. Yeah, there's a zombie. I think you're like maybe a farmer zombie. And then it should be like up here, or it could be on like the next corner, like the next straight maybe. I didn't exactly like mark it to keep like a close eye on where this crash was, and I haven't moved it, but I'm pretty sure it's on a that direction kind of way. Usually there's like 5 or 6 along here, and it's just so many to constantly be trying to avoid. Yeah, up here somewhere. But there's only one in this whole trip, which is so nice. So this should be closer to it. Yeah, okay, we got the house thing, and then it should be there. There it is. And the zombies just hanging around outside of it. Cool. Alright. Neat. So, as long as I stay on the road, which is a harder task than you would imagine for me, we should be fine. And it's still nice and bright, so yeah. And get hopefully all the way up and around. Get you some sleep. Because where I made her sleep was nice and like calm. I killed like a shit ton of zombies in the town, so there's not that many around. But it could be still an issue. Plus, I don't know when the electricity is going to go out. The water went out ages ago. So long ago. And from what I understand of Zomboid is the power usually goes out like almost immediately afterwards, and it hasn't gone out. But on top of that, like all of the games I've played so far, I always lost water and power within like 2 to 4 days. So it's wild at this point in time. I have so much capability to go into places and get fuel, and food's starting to rot, but like it's been preserved to a degree. Like some stuff, like the dairy stuff, like the cheese and shit, it's just stale or whatever. Which, by the way, I've got to stop feeding her stale shit too. She's kind of depressed about that. But I don't know about you guys, but there's a few types of food I can't tell the difference if it's stale. Like normally when something gets stale, it either gets like brittle or it gets mushy. But like, unless it's like at an extreme level of that, I don't tend to notice. There's a lot of foods these days, a lot of like packaged foods, preservative foods like chips and crackers and crap like that, because I have them so rarely. They taste stale anyway. I can't tell if that's how they've always tasted or if there's a worse version of the staleness, or if something changed at some point and I've just been out of the loop for a while. Very interesting. Yeah, every so often I get access to like this or that kind of food, and I'm like, is this always this crap? You know? Just a bit further up around the corner. It's not that corner. I think that one connects up to this. There's a survivor patch. But, oh, here we are. Not too far now. This is basically back where we almost started. Also, I don't know why she's freaking out.